Hi guys, I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on and all of that stuff. Well, more or less to me than anything else because, well, I also want to talk about Equestria, which I haven't been to yet, unfortunately. I know it exists, but I haven't really met anyone from there or anything like that. I've only talked to them through my dreams, and that is really it. And you may or may not believe me on who this is. I believe that Equestria is real and Twilight and her friends are real. But you guys may or may not believe me. But there might be some people out there that do. And if you guys if those people see this video, then they will believe me. I'm not making any of this up at all. I am not. I have heard from them. I have proof that they are real, but I'm not going to show you that just yet. Not yet. I wish I could show you like a photo or a video, but that is not physically possible because apparently they do not have the technology or the magic to actually do something like that. Well, they do. They just every time they try, I don't get it. I don't get the video or the photo. So the physical evidence cannot be proven because I am pretty sure that humans cannot see these creatures because they're magical beings. They are magical beings like God is. But God is different because he's a being of light. So technically he's everywhere. So that one's a different story for another video. But as for these creatures called ponies, well, ponies do exist in this world, but they don't. But the versions that I'm talking about actually talk. The ones that you guys know don't talk because those are baby horses. But these ponies are different. These ones are different. They're not babies. They're not baby horses. These ones aren't baby horses because they can speak fluently in English, and they have their own language. Ponish. Seriously. I mean, it's crazy. And I do not know any Ponish. I only know English. I don't know any other human language but English. So, yeah. Yeah. And I don't know their language either, and I, for certain, do not understand their language. So I'm only able to communicate with them through writing, which they can obviously write in English, and I can understand that. But if they actually physically speak to me, I don't fully understand them. But there are some ponies in this world that do speak English, and those are the ones who talk to me because they know I can understand English, so they speak English when talking to other humans, and including me. But I don't know the list of people that they're talking to. It's probably the only ones that they trust, unfortunately. And one of them is me. And I'm not going to tell you too much of what they say, just because, well, you may or may not believe it. I already know you guys are not going to believe any of this anyway, so it's pointless it's pointless. But a few times they have said they were going to share some of their magic with me, only because I'm special and all that good stuff. Only because I do have magic of my own and I can handle it. I can handle that kind of magic, unfortunately. Their kind of magic. Well, some of it, not all of it. That's why they're just sharing it, not actually giving me, not physically giving me all of it, because that would be too much for me to handle. They know it would be too much for a single human to handle. Even me. Well, I can handle a little bit, but not too much. But they also said that one day they will give me a physical copy of the Elements of Harmony. Well, as you may or may not know, the Elements of Harmony do exist, but we haven't found the physical versions of them yet. We can feel their presence, we can feel the magic of them around us, but we can't physically we can't physically see the physical versions just yet, because we haven't exactly found them. But if they did find them and not sharing it with the public, then that would be, oh boy, that would be chaotic. That would not be good, because, well, people need to know that these physical elements exist. And they do exist. I just haven't found them or seen them for myself. I don't know exactly what the real life versions of them look like. I don't know. I've never been to Equestria before, so I've never really met these creatures or know what they look like or anything like that. But I do know for sure that they're humanoids, not like they're ponies, but like humanoid versions of them, pretty much. Humanoid versions. I don't really know for sure, but what I'm thinking is that they came from Earth because they're using the same technology we have. So I think they branched off of the human race, to be exact, and they ended up breeding with ponies and such. Well, babies, I don't know. Well, I really don't know for sure exactly what happened, but this is just a theory I'm talking about right now. This is just a theory. I think that they branched off from humans. Well, before humans existed. Well, it was before, right when Homo, right before Homo sapiens, you know that the first human, the first actual human came from apes. I don't really remember exactly how it happened, but I do know that ponies obviously branched off from humans, from the different species of humans, and they are a different species of humans which I think came from Earth. And, well, I don't know for sure exactly how it happened, but they did find a skull of an ancient human from way back, from over 2,000 years ago. Over 2,000 years ago, way before humans even started actually speaking, if you know what I mean. But they evolved to be like humans. And then they just branched off into their own species. They started out as like a human, they started off as humans, and they they followed us until they like literally branched off into their own species, creating their own language and using magic. And well, our species used magic, but it was temporary because then once people started actually casting like spells and all that kinds of like dark magic, all of that stuff started just like using it all the time, and then they actually believed that they were witches and like all of that stuff, which what happened, which they had called witchcraft, unfortunately, and they called magic witchcraft, and a bunch of humans stopped believing in magic and pretty much stopped using it altogether. But the ones that did continue to use magic still believed in it and all that stuff. There's people out there that do believe in magic, all of that. And I'm not gonna give away their names, and the ones that from the past I don't know, but there's some people that I've met that do believe in magic, and unfortunately my mom isn't one of them. She doesn't believe in magic at all. She doesn't. She believes it's not real, which is sad because she is missing out on the good kind of magic, not the. She's missing out on those kinds of things, and she is she's kind and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get into too much about her, unfortunately, not now. But back to the thing about ponies. Well, I think they branched off into magical creatures that look like humans, and they've basically evolved into alicorn alicorn humanoids. Well, they did, and then they split off into their different counterparts, which now they live together. They live together in harmony in a world called Equestria. Now they do. And I don't know exactly how many alicorns are left. I think there maybe like 10 left. I don't know exactly. But I do know one of like at least five of them that are left, which is Princess Twilight. Well, you may not believe that she's real. Also, Queen Celestia, I'd say. She's a queen, not necessarily a princess. And also Princess Luna, which is Princess Celestia's sister. Like Queen Celestia's sister. I would say queen, not princess, because she's a queen. And then there's Princess Cadence, which she is the ruler of the Crystal Empire, which you may not believe is also real. And, well, you pretty much know about Twilight because she's the princess of friendship, and she's the one who has the physical elements of harmony. And also Flurry Heart, which is Princess Cadence's daughter, and also Twilight's niece. So, yeah. Those are the only 5 alicorns that I know of that still exist, unfortunately. But, and just so you guys know, Luna did turn into Nightmare Moon for a little bit there, and then after 1,000 years, she was reformed, and all of her corrupted magic got uncorrupted, but she started out small until she grew back to her normal size and all that stuff. But all of her magic came back in a good way, and well, yeah. all of her good magic came back, and so, yeah. And I think she was just corrupted by some kind of dark magic, and then the elements already healed her, and then it took time for her to fully recover and come back to her normal self and her normal magic level, pretty much. Yeah. So, what I believe, well, I also believe that, well, what I said before, well, alicorns, they branched off into unicorns, Pegasi, and Earth Pony. But unicorn was obviously right in the middle. The first thing that happened was the main creature, and they pretty much lost their magic. Well, they didn't really branch off completely. They just they separated into 3 different tribes at first, and they stayed that way for a while, and then they came back, but they stayed as Earth Pony, Unicorn, and Pegasi. And once that happened, once Celestia came in, Celestia and Luna took over, they started living in peace and harmony once again. Well, before that they did, but then they decided to have a ruler and all their magic came together and turned Celestia and Luna into alicorns, and they were just normal unicorns at the time, and they were very talented unicorns. Unfortunately, they were very talented, and they showed that they were good leaders as well, and so they were loved by everyone, and caused them to get magic from all 3 tribes and go back to their roots and turn into an alicorn, what they were supposed to. What was there before they split, and only those 2 exist until Princess Cadence, I believe, and then Twilight, then Flurry Heart, which Flurry Heart was born from Princess Cadence or whatever, so, and in order to gain your wings, if you're a unicorn, the only way to gain your wings is if you create some kind of magic, create some kind of new magic in some sort, and you would become the prince or princess of that kind of magic. Well, necessarily the guardian of that kind of magic, pretty much. That, a guardian of that kind of magic. That's the same thing that happened with Cadence and Twilight, all of that. And since Cadence was a Pegasus, she pretty much just earned her horn by creating a new kind of magic. But also she created love magic, pretty much. Love magic. And as for Twilight, she created the magic of friendship. I can understand. Friendship, I can understand. Love is a complicated topic. Well, friendship is not as complicated as love, but it's right about there, right there. And love is right about there, which I am not even close to understanding what love really is. I'm not even close, but that's okay. That is okay. And sun and moon magic are up here. Way up here. I do not understand how they move the sun on their own. Like, with their horns. Like, seriously, move the sun and moon on their own with their horns. That's something I do not understand. Like, friendship magic, I completely understand. I understand friendship altogether. And I understand how some magic works, but not all of it. Not all of it, unfortunately. Yeah. And, yeah. And, well, magic is important. It's really important. But it might not be important to humans, but it is important to me and the people that believe in it and use it. And actually use it. And stuff like that. Now, let's get back to humans. They believed in magic at first when they first started using it. Once they got more powerful, it actually got so really strong, and it caused it to be so dangerous to be called, where they actually called it witchcraft. Be like so dangerous that it was eventually called witchcraft, which once people started using really dangerous spells and all that stuff, things really got out of hand, and they hated that, and they started calling those people witches, unfortunately, and they were not happy. And sadly, God was one of them, even though there was barely, like, maybe even like 1,000 people at that, like 30 to 60 people at that time. And, well, I don't know exactly what happened, but that's a totally different story. Totally different. And yeah. Yeah. And ever since then, less and less people believed in magic, and magic branched off. Those humans, they stayed with their species and all that, but they were still using it, and the ones that used the dangerous ones, they were not safe, because they were called witches, and pretty much anyone after that using magic was called a witch. From that point on, unfortunately. And so, humans believe a lot of magic is witchcraft, and that's sad. That is sad, because not all magic is bad and dangerous. Not all magic is dangerous, and if it's used correctly, then it's not as dangerous. But if it's used incorrectly, it's very dangerous. Like, scoping high dangerous. If you know what I mean. Like, very dangerous. But if you're actually using it correctly, it's like right about here. Like right about where the sun and moon magic is. It's not as dangerous. It's not as dangerous. But it can be dangerous if used incorrectly. Like, it could be like this high of dangerous. This high. Like, very high. It's pretty much past the screen dangerous. So, yeah, it's like that dangerous. Like that dangerous. If used incorrectly. And could seriously hurt someone. And if you use one of the dangerous ones correctly, that could be super dangerous. That could still be super dangerous. But if you're using it for the greater good, then it's not. It's still like dangerous. It's just not as dangerous. It's like right about there at the top of the screen, right about there at the top of the screen, at the top of the screen. But if you use it incorrectly, it's like up here, like up here, way up here, way up here. It's super dangerous. 10 times 10 times more dangerous than if you use it correctly. If you use it correctly, it's not as dangerous. But if you use it incorrectly, it's like very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Especially since magic is sometimes dangerous. Sometimes can be dangerous, and sometimes not. But friendship magic isn't dangerous. It's strong and powerful, but it's not as dangerous as other types of magic. It's a good magic that is not dangerous. It's a good magic. It's not dangerous at all. But if you were to use it incorrectly, it could corrupt you and turn you into some kind of raging she-demon, which would not be good. It would make it super dangerous, super duper dangerous, and all that crazy stuff. So, and if you use it for evil, it can also be super dangerous. The magic of friendship could be turned into something else, which would cause it to become super dangerous, like very high dangerous, like this high, all the way up above the screen, way above the screen. So, yeah, friendship magic is like, it can be like a range from right here all the way to up here. Up here. From like right there to up there. Right about there. And it can be even more powerful than that. But the only way it can be like that powerful is if a bunch of people believe in it and use it correctly. And if it's used incorrectly, it could become super dangerous. Super duper dangerous. Super duper dangerous if used incorrectly. And if it's used to vanish people, then that magic would disappear. Because it's good magic, not magic to vanish or meant to be used for evil. It's meant to be used for good purposes only. Nothing more. It's meant to help people and reform them, not necessarily vanish them or anything like that. Anything of the sort. If you know what I mean. And yeah. Yeah, and friendship magic can be useful. It can be useful as well. And useful in helping to solve friendship problems, which makes that magic stronger and more powerful. And if friendships are fixed, the friendship magic can be powerful. It can be like, it can be fixed to make it even more powerful than it already is. And if friendships get higher advanced, it will become stronger. And once it turns into love, like romantic love, that love magic, it will slowly turn into love magic. But But if it stays at a friendship level, the friendship magic will get more powerful if your friendship gets stronger. If your friendship bonds get stronger, if your bonds get stronger, the bonds that you have, and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, and if it's sisterly love, then that would be like right in the middle, like right above romantic love, because that's normally an extension of 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 uh, of of romantic love, because parental love is like love. It's like connected to that, which is it's branches. It like branches out into that, and then branches out into siblings. All of that stuff, all of that crazy stuff. That stuff I do not understand. That stuff I don't. I would understand if I had a sister around the same age, and I don't have a sister altogether. I have a 34-year-old brother. And well, and also if it just stays as friendship magic for a very long time, then it'll become even more and more powerful. But it can turn into love magic or sibling magic, sibling love magic. Like that's an extension of love and all of that stuff of love magic. That's an extension. It's not just one thing altogether. There's extensions. But as for friendship magic, there's a bunch of different elements to it which are in sync together. So it's basically not extensions of friendship. It's just all of those together create that magic. Create friendship magic. That creates friendship magic. There's kindness, loyalty, laughter, generosity, honesty, and magic. Magic is the sixth element. Magic is the sixth element. And the seventh one, there's the seventh one out there, which obviously I believe I'm the seventh element of harmony, which is, unfortunately, I don't know what the seventh element is, the name of it, but I do know it's a cross. And the only way to get it to be super powerful and to also be stable is a cross, which can hold a ton of magic, a ton of like magic from all over the world, all of that, even the elements, all of those six elements. And magic is the main element that people need to believe in and understand. And they need to start believing in it and actually using it, but not like too much of it, just enough to where it makes friendships stronger, like using it for good, using magic for good. And what's best for you is not best for everyone. But I believe that friendship magic is the best for everyone. And I believe that. And I believe that friendship is the most important magic of all. The most important one. Besides also like love and whatnot. Love magic. But friendship is the most important magic. One of the most important magic. one of those important magic. There's two of them that are important. One, friendship magic, and secondly, love magic. And the third one, the third one is God, unfortunately. The third one is God. That we should always believe in, which humans definitely believe in. Definitely believe in God. There's a lot of people who do. So that one's covered. That one's covered. But the people believe in love and friendship, but they don't believe in the magic aspect. And so that's why the magic side of things is weak. Like really weak. Like this weak. Like very weak. To where it's very minimal. Like the tiniest amount. We used to have like this much to where people can actually trust people using magic and actually using friendship magic. But then once people started using dangerous magic, it slowly went down to where it is today. It is tiny. Minuscule. It's literally tiny. And for me, my magic is like right about here, but I still can't even use it yet. I can't even use it yet. So that's my magic is really high because I believe in the magic of friendship. I believe in that magic and I use it, unfortunately. And so, yeah, my magic is stronger because of it. My magic is bigger. Mine is bigger, like this big, like about this big. And soon it can become this big. But for now, it's like right here, right about here, to where I can't actually use it quite yet. I can't use it quite yet because it's not as strong. But it's getting stronger and stronger every single day. Stronger and stronger every single day. It's like crushed to here. It's right there. And I can use it. I can use some of it, like make light balls, but unfortunately humans can't see light balls because it only shows itself in the dark. So I can't really show you that I have magic because I need it to be dark, and I don't want to turn off the light because it'll scare you, and it will only show light magic will only show itself in the dark. And friendship magic for people is like right for everyone else right here, right there. And there's mine is like right here, right about there. It's that big. And everyone else's right there. That tiny. And there's some people that do actually believe in friendship magic, and their magic is like right here, and some are like right there, that big, like this big. But yeah, like that big. And the people that do believe in that kind of magic have this big of like magic, this much magic. But the people that actually use their magic, are like at this level, this amount, this big of magic, this amount of magic, which they use in every day, which is a good thing for them, but if people actually start believing in magic again, if everyone starts believing in friendship magic, their magic can become even more powerful, like to be like this big, to where they can use it for good, not evil. Because if it's used for evil, it can go down, crushed back down to a tiny, minuscule point where you can't see it ever again. If it's used for evil, it can completely disappear and turn into something else. Completely becomes tiny and then turn into a different magic that could be this big and dangerous and super dangerous. But if you use it for good, it will stay as friendship magic and it won't be so dangerous, but it will still get big, but it just won't be as dangerous. It won't be as dangerous as the corrupted version of the corrupted version, which is not even friendship magic anymore. So and I'm glad I got all of that out of my head. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope I didn't take too much out of your guys' time, and I will talk to you guys soon, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Wait, hold up. I'm not done. There's one more thing that I want to talk about. There's just one more thing I want to talk about. My magic. And, well, I just wanted to let you guys know that my magic, well, that I do have magic. It's just, like, right here. Like, right about there. Right there. It's that big. My magic is that big. And I can't really use it yet. Unfortunately. I feel like I can, but I can't. For some reason, it won't show itself to me just yet. Not just yet. So, and if you guys believe in auras, I believe my aura is a rainbow aura. Rainbow. All the colors of the rainbow, which mix together to make a white aura, which is good magic. Like, it's like white magic around, like, it's like an aura that everyone has. Everyone has an aura. You just can't see your own. You can see other people's auras, but you can't see your own aura, unfortunately. And some magic can be seen, like auras and like earth fairies and all that stuff. They can be seen only if they want to be seen. But auras can be seen all the time, because every living creature, every living being has an aura. Has one. Every living being has an aura, including humans. All humans have auras. And yeah, sorry, and I just wanted to get that out. And lately I've been feeling a strange energy around me, which I believe is magic. And I've been getting visions constantly, over and over again, that I don't understand. And I've been getting visions about my future and all that stuff, about what could happen, what may or may not happen. And also, I've heard multiple different voices calling my name, but a lot of them could be my guardian angels and all that stuff, but I've also been feeling things, too, and a lot of things have been happening, like things have been disappearing, like my ring, as you can see here, it constantly disappears, and I don't understand why or how. It just disappears all on its own. And the same thing happens to my mom, so that's understandable too. I don't know. But yeah. That is all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.